exploring geopolitical tensions and strategic maneuvers, shaping Caribbean security and foreign diplomacy.
A lot of people feel it, but they just won't. Righteous 0011. What's going on in the last? Yeah, I have to go check on that. It's pending. It's pending. The last thing I heard. I have to check on it though. During Vastas of the people, I'm soon rise up at some point, like Rosie. We're going to show now, Rosie. Now, while Kevin is moving this for the next story, let me tell you something about Rosie. As distinct and different from Rosalia Hamilton, the professor. This lady named Rosie, I listened to her. She's not an idiot. She is experienced. She is wily. She's cunning. She knows how to play the politics. So I don't want people to think that, and the way she's going about it, quite interesting. But she's highly competent. She's a strategist. She knows what she's doing. She's not doing this based on emotions. She knows what she's doing. Now, some of you have said, well, don't do the story. Stay away from it. Generally speaking, I would stay away from a story like this. Generally speaking.
Because all the facts are not in.
All the facts are not in. Yeah. Is this it, Kevin? What I wanted to do, folks, I wanted to just touch a little bit on Haiti and give you an update. But there's an article here. We had it up, and then all of a sudden now they're saying we have to subscribe. But we have the great Kevin here, so he's going to find a way where we can get the article for free, where we don't have to subscribe.
You know. Oh. Because the article was just up.
The article was just up? Okay.
We just had it up. Well.
So we're going to touch base on Rosalie Hamilton versus Mr. Williams. And we're also going to touch on the beach access as well. We did market me already. Let me just kind of check off some of the stuff we did. We have a story on our very serious Minister of Finance. And I say that tongue in cheek. Meaning she doesn't know what I'm just joking, tongue in cheek, you say it, but you don't mean it. Satirical view on it and things. We have the bus with Minister Vaz. We still haven't, there's so much to talk about these buses that we might not even get to it today. Then, as mentioned, we have the beach thing with Dr. Devon Taylor coming up. But we're waiting for this document. It was just here, and then all of a sudden, disappear.
Might have to go show it from my side.
Beg your pardon?
I can probably show it from my side.
Show it from your side, and I'll show the second one from my side.
Yeah.
Freedom say you should have saved it as PDF. I think that's a good idea.
Freedom is with an article like that, when you save it as a PDF, it comes with a lot of ads in it also. Just for the purpose of showing the information, we just want to show it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see something. 5. 6 times 28. Somebody, it's 168. Oh, strong believer. You I see where you're going, but you're doing it. You're not doing it correctly. What you did was you add the 6 people and then you add the total salary. Remember, they were already getting paid, They were already getting paid 9 million. All of the people we mentioned. Siaga's wife, Shira's wife, PJ, Mama P, Bruce Golding. They were all getting paid at the same salary scale as the Prime Minister, 9. So what you have to do, you have to add it. You have to add 19, because they were already getting 9 anyway. What they've got now is an increase of 19 to make it 28. So then you have to times 19 by 5, or in this case 6, the Prime Minister. So that's how we got to our number. But what you did, you added up all of them. But don't do that, because remember, they were already getting 9. They were already, every single one of them was getting 9 million per year. Now it's going up to 28. So that's an addition of 19. So you have to do 19 times 5 or 19 times 6. So that's where we are. Whole new world. You make the case to me. Thank you.
You see me showing the article
Oh, where is it?
right beside me.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, here is the article. No, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. I have that one already. I have that one. Here it is.
The one you are looking for.
Hold on. See, I have that article already. It's this. It's not that one. It's the one that we used last week. All right, forget about it.
Yeah.
Time is at a premium. Make we just move on. Move yours. Remove yours, because I can't remove it. Just remove yours, and I'll bring on.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Here's what happened. No, remember last week we showed you an article. The article described the situation in Haiti, and it said that the Kenyans, the largest contingent, they were drawing down, and that Jamaica had left the Friday before. And I think there was just a brief mention of it in the news. It wasn't highlighted. But let's go even further back. Remember, we told you that based on the agreement and everything we saw, it appeared as if the Jamaican contingent was nothing more than a collection of mercenaries. They were fighting or going to fight to disrupt gangs for money. It wasn't out of community interest. That may have been part of it, but that wasn't the primary reason. It wasn't that the Haitians are brothers and sisters. They're in turmoil. Their country is destable or has been destabilized, and we need to go in and calm things down, restore order, and have them, put them on a path to development, self-development. That wasn't it. If you remember, at one point, Jamaica did not go to Haiti when Jamaica was supposed to go to Haiti. The reason was that the U.S. government had not provided the funding. The funding, remember that? They were, the U.S. government and I believe Canada, I believe those two countries, they were training people in Jamaica to go to Haiti.
Yes.
They didn't have boots on the ground. We did. And if you recall, there was a substantive argument between Guyana and Venezuela regarding land/oil issues. And the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, he had a meeting. They have this organization, and he called it's CARICOM and another one, and they called everybody in to say, how can we resolve this? Because this is in our hemisphere. These people are our neighbors. Noticeably absent was Jamaica. And when my favorite minister, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, was asked, she said, no, that's in the Eastern Caribbean, and we're here focusing on Haiti. That's what she said. We're focusing on Haiti. We're strategizing, we're developing policies, we're training. But she didn't say that we see a pot of gold here, and that's where we're going to go after, because going down there and go talk about Guyana and Venezuela, that's not going to help us, because our relationship don't match up with Venezuela already. So we're not going down there to deal with that. We're going to deal with Haiti because it looks like we can make some money. We can eat our food after the Haitian situation. And what happened? What happened is something called an election. And then what happened? U.S. government said, no, we're not going to pour all that money into Haiti. We have other things that we need to do. We have other things that we need to do. Right? And so the money didn't flow. And then everybody started to withdraw. If you remember also, the Kenyans, they had a problem because it went all the way up to the highest court in Kenya, because the Kenyans were saying that it was unconstitutional to send Kenyans to the peacekeeping efforts or policing efforts in Haiti. Well, the Kenyans decided that they were going to withdraw.
And that was the article you were looking for.
Yeah?
That was the article you were looking for, the Kenyans withdrawing.
Yeah.
Oh, I have that.
Throw it up there for me, brother, please. And all of you who come to hear about Rosalie Hamilton, you're going to hear about Rosalie Hamilton. But we're going to try and put a little twist on it. And we don't know if other people did the twist. We don't know. So if somebody else did it and we show it, then bear with us. But we were looking at it from a different angle. And again, let me be absolutely clear. The people, at least the ones that I saw looking at it, they did an outstanding job. No doubt. But so it would be it would be foolish for us to come and repeat what somebody did, right? We saw what people did. We saw what people did and we appreciated it. We lauded it and say, hey, they're on the ball. And then in our discussion, we say, oh, but wait a minute. What about this? And we say, yeah, let's look at it from that angle. And that's how we end up. Look, that's how we end up with this presentation we're going to make. You put it up yet, Kev?
Yeah, man.
Oh, hold on a second. Where is it? Like this?
Yeah.
All right. You can big it up. 3 people then, please. We just need... All right, look at the headline. Kenyan troops start Haiti withdraw as gang suppression force deployment nears. Go up, please. And that's dated March 20th. Keep going. All right, whoa. All right, stop right there. See that? A group of 215 Kenyan police officers who formed the second contingent of the multinational security support mission arrived in Nairobi earlier this week. They've gone home. So if you were looking to see a group of 215 Kenyan police officers who formed arrived in Haiti, you're sort of disappointed because it says Nairobi. So went home. And that was confirmed by Kenya's Ministry of Interior. Last sentence. Sentence beginning last. It says last Friday, a smaller contingent of troops from the Bahamas and Jamaica that made up the Caribbean component also departed Port-au-Prince. Take that down for me, please, Kevin. So with much fanfare, we say we are go. So we start out with a bang and we end up with a whimper. Nobody not saying nothing, you hear not much about it. Now look at this, people. Look at this one, yeah. Big up the one for me there, Kevin. There's so much in this article. Uh-oh.
Wait, I was going a while ago.
Me don't know, Papa.
So we got a different article altogether. Close those two. It look like it's two of them.
Okay, hold on a second. Oh, all right. Boom, boom. Okay, both of them. Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay, here it is. All right. Yeah, when they tried to enlarge it, it just disappeared. But here it is. Foreign forces are headed to fight Haiti's gang. This is now, remember the first article was March 20th. This is March 24th, and it says updated. The question is, haven't we been here before? Yes, we have. Here it is. Tell me when you're ready for me to draw for this thing.
Hold on.
I see what happened. When you went over to the right, you hit the E-Trade thing.
Yeah, probably that.
All right, look at now, people. It says...
You want to look a bigger, right?
Beg your pardon?
You want to a little bigger, right?
Yeah, because I don't think they can read that. It says here, Haiti is about to get a new set of foreign boots on the ground. Oh. I think you're gone too big now.
Scroll up now.
Oh, all right, hold on. All right, Haiti is about to get a new, thank you, to get a new set of foreign boots on the ground. The goal sounds simple. Fight the gangs. Gangs them are fighting them that have brought life to a standstill. So we are talking about, they don't say, they don't make it seem like it's a civil war going on. They just make it seem like it's gang warfare. All right. It says, but the violence-racked nation has been here before, and Haitians could be forgiven for wondering whether the outcome this time will be any different. The latest initiative, a UN, this time is not US. Key difference. The latest initiative, a UN-backed multinational effort to be known as the Gang Suppression Force, but another name now, will in April, next week, take over from where its Kenyan-led predecessor, the multinational security support, left off. So first it was the multinational security support, backed primarily by countries. Now, they have something called the Gang Suppression Force, which will be backed by the UN. Look at this. While the year-long Kenyan-led mission ended in what was widely perceived as a failure, last year, it is hoped that this time around the force will benefit from a five-fold increase in the number of troops committed to an expected 5,500 and what U.S. Ambassador Mike Waltz has called a strengthened mandate to go after gangs. It is also hoped that the new force will benefit from the UN-backed logistical support through our UN support office in Haiti and largely, listen to this, and largely avoid the funding shortfalls of its predecessor, which relied almost entirely on voluntary financial contributions from member states. That's it. The U.S. government, which was the biggest contributor, I believe, said, no, we're not going to spend our money there. So now the UN, so that program ended. The UN is now saying next month we're going to fund this new effort to fight gangs. And we are going to fund it because the funding that the US promised and Canada and wherever, France, we didn't get the money. So our mercenaries, we had to send our mercenaries back home. Right? The 90-something million of them take on us spend for salaries. Why the Prime Minister never wait and say, we could use the money and go and fund the effort in Haiti? Why? Because they expect money to come from a source outside of Jamaica. Look at this. However, questions remain over its makeup and funding. Who will go? While the JCF will be overseen by a standing group of partners that includes the US, Canada, El Salvador, Guatemala, Jamaica, Kenya, and the Bahamas, whether these countries themselves will be sending troops, and if so, how many, remains unclear. Well, I can tell you now, if money there, Jamaica is going. If money is there, Jamaica is going. If no money is, if the money maga, Jamaica might not go. Money is, if the money maga, Jamaica might not go. Jamaica might say, well, we just want to oversee it. Well, how are you going to oversee it? How? And how will it be compensated for this overseer role? How? Ubuntu for real, isn't the UN run by the USA? It's a good question, because if you to the Trump administration, they're saying that the UN is useless. So I remember they were complaining that people weren't paying because it's a collective. They're saying that people weren't paying their dues and that the UN was shouldering most of the financial burden. So it's a good question. I don't know the answer. But here it is. So we don't know if our people will go, but I can tell you one thing. The government is treating our people like mercenaries. If money there, yes, send them. What them should do, by the way, Kevin, you know what them should do? Them should look at all of the politicians and say, wait a minute, how many of you have relatives in the military? And we need to send them as well. We don't need to oversee the effort from Jamaica. We need them to be on the ground. We need them there. No, make we move on with the Haiti one. And for that one, you know, we call it in, out, and then we have in with a question mark. Are we going? It sounds like I shouldn't say it like that because it sounds away, you know, in, out, and then we're going in again. So, but if there's benefit to be gained, financial, they will be in again. Trust me. But Jamaica, the Jamaica foreign policy and the Jamaica Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, pitiful. Pitiful. They don't have a backbone. They don't know how to negotiate. They don't know how to strategize. It's run by a bunch of rank amateurs. No, is everyone an amateur? No. They have some eminently qualified people in that ministry, but they're not making the decisions. They're not. They're not.